Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, to another exciting episode of Into the Elements, a exciting D&D 5th edition real play game that the Nerdy Niche likes to put on for you every week.
It's been a minute.
It has been. It keeps being a minute, and we need to get better about that.
It's been only 1 minute.
1 minute.
Trying to get several adults together for D&D. I know anybody out there who plays D&D feels that pain. Feels the pain there.
Okay, and so we can just hop back in, and our wonderful paladin pal will be doing our recap for us this evening.
Hey guys, I'm Porter Augustus Lancaster, aka Pal, and I'm here to catch you guys up on what happened last time on Into the Elements. Last time we were hanging out with our new friend Abe, and then we were like, okay, we need to go get on our airship. So we had some scuffles with money. We forgot we had a bunch of money we didn't think we had, but whatever. We made this deal, so we'll pay him back later, something like that. Then we went to this bar beforehand instead of getting prepared with like items for the journey because, you know, we're good like that. And Abe came into the bar and put on an epic performance. Well, I made some of the best Pal Puffs of my entire life, if I do say so myself. And we literally rocked the joint and burned it down, man. Everybody had a great time. It was fantastic. Then we get on our airship. We meet some dudes. They're all pretty cool. There's a guy that's like an okay cook, but I'm definitely going to like show him up in every way on the ship, obviously. And then we started going. And then unbeknownst to me, when I'm down working my genius in the kitchen, some unknown monsters are singing. And one of our friends goes off the edge because she wants to go skydiving all of a sudden. And that's where we left off, where we are going to see if our good friend Julia ends up as a pancake on the ground.
Thank you, pal. Not off the ship yet. Okay.
It'll be fine.
I think it is time for us to jump back into the elements. Okay, so up top there is a figure in the clouds. It is dark outside at this point. Stars are out, but you have flown into cloud cover and started hearing singing and seeing a figure in the clouds. Kind of a silhouette of a bird style person. And our Kiko and Ettenborough, you were up there as well? No, you weren't.
He was down below. It was Sonora, Julie, and Arkiko.
Nope. Arkiko and Sonora, you had succeeded in your save. So you just hear something singing, and you start seeing Wren and Thule walking towards it, like it's the most amazing thing ever. Thule, in your mind, you don't even know what's happening. The most beautiful, amazing thing you've ever seen is in front of you. Every joy, every wondrous emotion you've ever had is right there, and you just need to walk a little closer to get everything you've ever desired from this golden light in front of you.
So, second most beautiful thing, I'm below deck.
So, of course.
Even more than that.
And so there's only like a silhouette visible?
Currently, yes. And there was a couple more movements in the clouds, too, before this.
Are we close enough to touch Thule?
Trying to think where everybody was on the ship.
I think our Kiko was in the crow's nest.
Yes. And so was or Wren had started coming down. I think Sonora and Thule were together on the deck, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I see her start walking, I'm just going to put my hand on her shoulder to not hurtfully, but just firmly enough to stop her.
Just put my hand on your head. It's okay. It's okay. It's great. It's fine.
I'm going to stand my ground and say, wait a minute, Thule.
Well, why?
Because I don't know what you are walking toward.
It's beautiful.
It has a bit of a shrill quality to it that makes me a little suspicious.
I think you're being too sensitive. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Can I try to use the cloud cover to stealth closer to investigate what it is?
Yeah. Give me a stealth check.
Okay. 24.
24. You feel pretty confident.
Okay, so I'm going to try to get close enough that I can maybe see or figure out what it is or investigate further without it seeing me, is my goal.
Okay.
Am I aware that this is happening? I don't remember where I was in the ship.
Also, right when all this started happening, Wren did start ringing the bell before the song started, when you started seeing things in the clouds. So the warning bell went for probably about 20 seconds or so, and then it just stopped.
So we're all aware of it now.
You're aware of something happening up deck.
Okay. I would start.
Okay. So
Where was Abe on that?
I believe Abe was below decks too. I think it was the three of us were all below deck.
I think Abe just went to his quarters, if I remember right.
But did I have an instinct that something was happening?
Well, now you do because it's an alarm bell.
All right.
Yeah, that would have been the only thing, and it would have been strange too, because it was obviously an alarm bell, and those usually go longer, but it just cut all of a sudden.
All right. Well, when I get to the deck, if I'm aware of what's happening, I do have counter charm, which is me playing an instrument to disrupt mind influencing effects. But I would need you to determine whether or not I would recognize that as an issue when I got there.
Yep. So how I'm gonna do this now? The bell went off. Everything. Wren and Thule are affected. So let's have everybody roll for initiative, and then we can kind of see when people start getting up to the deck, and go from there.
It's gonna be fine.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
It's fine.
Everything's fine.
Just gonna face dive onto the ground. It's no big deal.
It's no big deal. I'm made of air. It's fine.
Hey, the only pancakes you're gonna get made today is the ones that I make for everybody to eat. Okay.
Hell yeah.
I forgot I have a negative on initiative.
No, so do I.
Are both of your dump stats decks?
Yeah.
Why? Ever?
I'm a 7-foot tall person who's particularly clumsy. Why would I put decks in?
That's fair.
I
It's
just
called creating a character.
It just hurts. It hurts. Okay. So 25 to 20.
Dirty 20.
Okay. 19 to 15.
18.
18 as well.
Who has a higher dex between you two?
Mine's a +3.
Yeah, I have a +3 or 16.
Same.
Roll off for me.
Alrighty. 10.
14. Jesus.
Okay. 15 to 10.
12.
13.
I rolled a 9.
That's not
Waiting on you, Ember.
That's including my negative.
Yeah, I rolled a 14, so.
Okay.
Who needs to be fast? Come on.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
I got all this beef. We're doing fine.
Okay. So, Sonora, you're up first.
Do I see anything alarming?
You can see a figure in the clouds. So you're about you're about at the middle of the deck. So it's about 40 feet to the front of the ship. And the figure, it's kind of floating backwards as the ship's moving towards it. And it's staying about 20 feet away from the front of the ship. So in total, you're about 60 feet away from it.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do to try to attack it. So I'm going to tighten my grip on Thule and kind of like put her behind me and between me and the figure that's hovering up above.
Okay. So I'm going to have you do a contested grapple check.
Okay.
Since you're a monk, I'll let you use your dex just fine for this. And then, Thule, you'll need to make a strength check to try to get away from
D20.
Cool, yeah.
your friend who's stopping you for some terrible reason.
18.
I would be an 8.
So you go to grab Thule and stop, and there's just kind of a loose rope on the ground, and you kind of like slip on it a little bit, and Thule's able to just like pull away from you.
Okay. Well, since I'm a monk and I have 2 attacks, could I try to grab her again?
I'd allow it, yeah.
Okay.
As your
Try this one more time.
unarmed strike.
Got a 15 this time.
And this time I rolled a 1. So that would be a no.
So you go to grab Thule, and she just elbows you right in the mask.
Oh,
And it just clicks just enough. It just kind of makes your eyes water as you kind of like
sorry.
back up.
All right, I guess I'll lay off for now.
There's something prettier than me over there. She has to go see what it is.
Prettier than Belle.
It's hard to do.
Impossible.
It's an important discovery.
I do have really high charisma, so I am pretty.
In the order.
Someone's passed out.
Accurate.
The snoring pooch.
Is that the noise that's happening?
The look on his face when you woke him up.
How dare you?
What I do?
I just assumed someone besides me was making dad noises.
Okay, so now it is the bad guys go.
There's no bad guys here.
Bad guys.
And for now, so there's that one in front, and it's just going to continue singing on its turn and floating back. And then you all just see some kind of movement in the clouds around. And to the right side of Sonora, as you're heading towards the front of the deck, you hear another voice start to sing. And it sounds like that.
Beautiful.
So now I need Arkikal and Sonora to make another DC 11 Wisdom saving throw.
I rolled a
Gosh.
16.
Was it only a DC 11 and I still failed?
Yep.
Jeez.
I think you got a 10 if I remember right.
How embarrassing.
So that was a 9, but I'm going to use one of my side dice to add to that.
You can add that to a saving throw.
Yeah, it's my side bolster. So if I fail a throw, I can add a side die.
Nice.
And that's a 3, so that gets me 12.
Okay, hey, saved. Perfect. And Sonora, you said 16?
Yes.
Okay. So you save again from that one. They're starting to realize that you two are going to be harder for this.
Great audio there.
Okay, Arkikal does a 13 hit.
No.
Okay. You see a javelin go whizzing by your face. Are you on the deck? Or are you kind of floating?
Well, because since I wanted to stealth into the clouds, I had kind of like jumped off.
Oh, I forgot you stealth. So that attack would have gone at Thule instead.
Cool, yeah. That's
But
fine.
it was a 13 to hit.
Or
way.
no, that just misses.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then another one's coming at you as well.
Yeah.
And this one is a 16 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
To the face.
Hopefully not. This is a javelin.
This is right in your feet.
So
Love
right-
hurts.
Javelins.
Kind of in your side, a javelin just nicks off of you and just like cuts into your side, and you take 3 piercing damage.
Ow.
As you see this love her. Love scars. You're not up there yet, pal. You see this woman kind of come into view with bird wings, fully nude body, talon claws,
Beautiful.
kind of like matted hair, kind of
Stunning.
down.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Cast Harpy ladies in attack mode.
Pretty much. How did you know it was harpies?
I've seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Recently, that's why.
Okay, so that's going to be it for their go.
That's actually my in-game reason for knowing that they're Harpies, is I've seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Recently.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not canon in my world.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is canon.
I read this book about this boy named Yuki.
That plays a card game.
It was a card game. The pictures look just like this thing.
It would be the obscure book that Pal would find because it had pictures in it. Okay, so that's it for their go. So Abe, you're up.
Okay, where am I and what am I seeing?
So you, if I remember right, you were down in your quarters. You heard the bell go and then stop suddenly. Give me a perception check.
Six.
You don't hear anything else.
Okay, so I'm below deck and I didn't hear anything.
You heard a bell and then it stopped. And that's all you know so far.
It stopped prematurely too.
Yeah. A warning bell that stopped prematurely, however you would take that.
Okay, I'll just shrug and say false alarm and go back to my room.
Okay. That is fair. Okay, Thule, it is your turn. You have to spend your action trying to get within at least 5 feet of this harpy.
Well, so I'm 40 feet to the edge of the boat, you said?
Yep.
And I've only got a 30-foot movement speed, but I'll move my 30 feet up.
Okay.
Do I have to use a dash action? Like, is it a requirement that I dash?
It doesn't require. Let me see.
Should I run to my love?
You would.
Okay.
You're gonna kill it. You're gonna kill off Thule, Ed.
Well, I was wondering because I could use my action to cast levitate.
And that would make sense if they're floating to be able to get to them.
Yeah. I mean, that would make sense for you. Can you move forward with levitate, though?
I think my plan would be to like cast levitate and then like push myself off the edge,
Okay.
Like you're in Willy Wonka,
Yeah.
Okay.
The fizzy lifting drink.
Yeah, you want some fizzy lifting drink.
Yeah. Exactly like that.
Okay. I'll allow it. So you won't do your dash action, but you would.
Yeah. Cast levitate.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. That's what I do.
Well, could you walk 30 feet and then cast levitate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ideally we do.
Yeah. That's what.
And then get ready to jump.
Yep. Okay. And that's it for you. Pal, you're up. You're in the kitchen. You heard a signal bell.
Yeah.
Cade would be like, that's weird. Usually it goes longer than that.
I would say something to fight, and I would start running dash my action with it.
Okay. There. So the kitchen would be also on the second floor. If you did your dash action from the kitchen, you can get just onto the deck.
I would get just onto the deck, like with a spatula in one hand and my axe in the other.
When you get up top, you can hear the song now.
Uh-huh.
So make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh, 17.
17?
Yep.
Okay. There are 2 singing, so now make another saving throw.
That one's 12.
12.
Yep.
You managed to push through. Still beautiful songs being sung, and you feel something kind of tinge in the back of your mind. But you kind of shake it off.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Why? Actually, that's probably what you would start saying immediately. And shake it off.
Shake it off.
Okay. So the only thing you would have left is because you did your dash action to get up, so you still have a bonus action if you want to use it.
Let's see. Don't think I have any bonus actions I want to use quite yet. Let's check here real quick. No, I think we're gonna go ahead and be good for now. Well, can I see her trying to jump herself off the edge?
I'd say it's happening too quick. You don't really know what's going on.
All right, yeah, that's the end of my turn then.
Okay, Arkiko, you're up.
Okay, so I am currently in the clouds. Can I see that Thule is moving towards this creature since I've kind of been aware of what's happening?
Give me a perception check. At disadvantage because of the clouds.
Well, that's a nat 1.
Nat 1.
Hey, Ed's working hard to make sure Thule eats pancakes or stuff.
Can I still see the creature though?
With a 1, you are now.
I have stealth too hard.
You flew up into the cloud cover, and then you were looking around for a minute, and then looking back around, you hear singing. You also don't see the ship anymore, and you just see clouds all around you.
I'd like to try to get back to the ship then.
Okay.
So I probably move towards the singing. If I move my 30, so I have 60-foot flying speed. So I would move as much as would be required for me to be able to see a silhouette of something.
Okay. So I'm going to have you do an intelligence check for me to see if you can follow where the sound is coming from exactly.
Okay, just a straight intelligence.
Yes.
And hopefully not another natural one. That'd be good.
It's not a natural 1, but it's not great. 11?
Good enough.
11. Okay. Are you trying to dash back?
No, I would be flying not super cautiously, but definitely being careful. I don't want to fly into the ship and have a bird in a window situation.
So with that, you start flying back towards the sound. It's a very low DC, but I need you to make a dex saving throw for me as you're going through the clouds, and then all of a sudden the mast of the ship is right there.
Oh, good. That's a dirty 20.
Okay, you're good. You're back in view of everything now. You're hovering over the ship. You can start to make out what's going on the ship now.
Cool.
But you got kind of disoriented there, so that kind of killed most of your turn.
Can I still use my cunning action to hide behind the crow's nest mast instead of hiding in the clouds?
Yeah, I'll allow that. Especially since you kind of disappeared for a minute and just...
Perfect.
Might mistake you for another one of them at this point.
Cool.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your stealth there.
21.
21?
Yes. Oh no, 22.
Nice. Okay, so now it is Wren's turn. And he's going to finish sliding down the railing, and he's going to start running towards it. Oh, Thule, at the end of your turn, I forgot to tell you, make a wisdom save.
Okie dokie. You know, that would be a 7.
You're still charmed.
Yeah.
So when Wren came sliding down the ladder, he was so enthralled, he kind of tried to jump off too soon, and he fell prone and just kind of fell off the ladder at the end there. He didn't hurt himself or anything, but he just kind of hit the deck, and he spent the rest of his turn getting up and moving an additional like 10 feet that he was able to move. So he's about 30 feet from the edge at this point. And he's thinking.
Ettenborough.
And Ettenborough, you're up.
Okay, I'm down on the bottom of the ship there with the dwarf and the lizard folk.
Yep.
Would we have heard the bell ringing
You
with
would have.
the turbines going and everything?
You would have heard the bell ring.
You might have heard me yell something to fight too.
Yeah, probably right
Actually,
above
give
me.
me a perception check as well.
And then can I give an inside check to see the reactions of the others around me as well?
You won't need to.
An 11 is my perception.
11. Okay, you don't quite hear anything else. You just heard the bell, but then Bruin would have kind of listened for a minute and went, "It's a false alarm. They should call on the speaker. Something's weird." And then
Would you like me to go check above?
Might be good. And then you hear Ridges go, "Food."
No, I'm not
And he
food.
just goes back to working.
I'm still not food. I'm sorry. And I just start walking upstairs.
Okay, you just walk up. Okay. You get to the second floor and you're on your way to the stairs.
Okay, like sleeping quarters area? Okay.
Yeah.
That's when you hear me going, "Something to fight," and run down the hallway.
Yeah.
Just fatty clunking as he goes.
So then if I hear that, I'm going to dash with Pal. Because
Okay.
I've seen Pal run into many a situation.
Okay. So with your dash, you would get to the bottom of the next stairs, but not up to the deck yet. But you would start hearing one of the harpies singing, so I need you to make a save now.
Okay. Hopefully I roll better than what I've been doing. Yep. What kind of wisdom?
Yes, wisdom save DC 11.
22.
There you go.
Nice.
Jesus.
You hear a nice woman's voice singing up top.
Strike Force is wise AF.
Can I before I don't know if it would be too much. I don't know. If it would be too much, tell me fuck off, but would I be able to do some kind of like arcana or some kind of check to be able to tell what this may be? Like, because I would feel it coming over me and then I shook it off.
I'd give that to you if you don't do a bonus action.
Yeah, I wouldn't have bonus action for this.
Okay.
What kind of check would you want me to do?
Yeah, this would be an arcana check.
That's a 19.
19. There are two things that come to mind immediately. Either a siren, which would be... You'd be very surprised if one was up here because they're usually in water. Or a harpy song.
As seen in the movie.
Oh. Okay. And once I realized that would be end of turn for me there. So
this episode is not sponsored by you.
What?
Okay. And sorry, what did you say? And Roy, I was getting distracted by.
I was just thinking that, like, I'm at the bottom of the stairs. I hear the song. I could tell that, and then that would be the end of what I would do.
Okay, so now it is another person's turn. So up on the deck, there is a door that faces out that is where like the captain's quarters and Chamali's quarters are, and the door slams open, and Chamali comes running out, and she will immediately need to make her saves. And got 12 on both of them, so she just succeeded.
Poor Sarah's the only one.
And Wren.
Throw my hands.
Okay. And she just comes running out, and she's like, "Oh, fuck, harpies!" And she just runs up, and she runs over to the side of would be the left side of the ship, runs over and starts to man one of the harpoon guns that are on the deck. And so she runs over and she's going to take a shot at disadvantage because of the cloud cover at the one in the front. Okay.
Okay, taking a shot at the lead singer.
Yep.
Brown woman.
And she hits, and so that would be...
So little did we know this is Shorty Spice here.
It's a Spice Girls reunion tour.
Yep, pretty much.
That would be pretty mesmerizing.
Okay, and so this giant harpoon comes out and hits straight in the center of the harpy in the front, and she takes 17 points of piercing damage.
Dang!
And the harpoon isn't tied to anything. It was just a dart out. But it kind of made her drop a little bit from the weight of it as well, and the just sheer pain. But she manages to continue singing.
Like a professional.
And she's just kind of, Jamali under her breath is like, I hate these things. And we're back to the top. Sonora, you're up.
Okay, how far away is the nearest harpy?
Probably the nearest one is the that you can see is on the side. The other one that's singing is probably from you in total 40 feet away, like 35 feet away, 20 feet off of the ship. But there is, and you would notice this especially after Jamali using one, there is a harpoon stationed there too.
Oh.
Let's call her Frightening Spice.
Well, instead of throwing the dart then, like I was going to do, maybe I will seize this harpoon and walk forward and then try to throw it at the harpy.
Okay. So you go, and it's a harpoon gun, so you can like man it. And
Nice.
There's like a basket of large harpoons that you can slide into it. But since you've never used one of these before, the first thing you'll have to do is do an intelligence check to see if you know how to use it properly.
Okay.
She's got this. Smartest turtle I know.
All right. 18. Let me see. 18 plus 1. So 19.
Okay, yeah, easy enough. It wasn't a super high DC. Like you pick it. You watched her do it and ran right over, and you just picked it up, so you can make a shot.
Okay.
And then it's your bonus action to load it the next one. That's how
Okay.
this will work. So it will be just a D20 plus 3.
Plus 3. Okay, so dirty 20.
Dang!
Nice. So roll 3d6 plus 3.
3d6 plus 3. Okay. Uh, 11. 14.
14. Nice. Okay. And it hits her, and you hear the wind get knocked out of her, and she stops singing. And she kind of like floats back, kind of shocked at the hit that she just took. Okay. Good job, Sonora. Did you want to use your bonus action to reload it?
I'll reload it. Yeah. I don't know if anyone else wants to use it, but I'm going to reload it.
There are 3 of these total, just so you know. There's one at the very front. There's one that on either side that are now being manned. And there's just that one in the front left.
All right, so I'll just hold on to it then. Reload and hold on to it.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, so now it is Harpy's turn. The one up front is going to continue singing to try to get some of its victims there. The one that just took damage, you notice now that you can kind of see them better, they have a sling like over their side, and they're pulling like javelins out of that. That's the only thing that they have on them is like a leather strap over the side that has like a quiver of javelins, essentially.
And now you can get them music more clearly. Tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
That would be a Harpy song for it. Okay.
I want to really, really, really want to.
That is a nat 1. She like pulls it out, and she's in so much pain that she literally just drops it, and she's just like, and just looking real freaked out at this point.
Unprofessional.
Yep. And then one at the side is gonna throw the one that had hit Thule before is now gonna take a shot at Shamali and miss. Just kind of like bounces off her armor. She has fairly heavy armor on, and so that kind of bounces off. And then another one's going to swoop down and start its song. So now everybody on deck make another wisdom save.
Do I have to make another one?
Unless you're already charmed.
So I'm at the base of the stairs, right?
Yep, you'd be able to hear it.
Okay.
Too.
The DC's 11.
DC's 11.
11.
right, 15. So I'm set.
Okay.
21.
Small saves as well.
5.
5.
Yep.
Join me.
So now you see the cure to every illness glowing in front of you, and you know it will save everyone if you can just go forward and grab that.
This new harpy, let's call her Babe Spice, has come down and charmed you.
No. But luckily, this one's on the opposite side of the deck than you are.
Helpful.
Okay, and then the two other harpies, because there are 6 of them, are going to throw their harpoons at Pal, who just came running up. And they're coming from behind you.
I feel like this is just an attack on me for the Spice Girl stuff.
It is not. So a dirty 20 for the first one.
Sure.
I want it. I want it. I want it.
A 18 for the second.
Okay. They both hit.
Okay.
As they hit me, I'll say, zig, zig, ah!
Okay, so you take 4 piercing from one and 6 piercing from the other. Just both shoulders. You just get 6.
Okay. Rude.
And then you see flying naked women behind you that just threw.
Slightly better. Slightly
It's
better.
at you.
Takes the edge off a little bit.
Yeah. At least when I'm getting stabbed is by a beautiful woman.
Okay. Abe, you're up. You have now heard running down the hall and Pal yelling, "Something to fight!"
But he was carrying a spatula, right?
You didn't see him. You were in your room.
Yeah.
That's just what you heard.
And probably the clanking of my armor coming up behind him.
I mean, I've been on this ship before. Am I concerned in any way?
So yeah, with you being on the ship before, you would start thinking about it because there was one time before that there was something that happened that the alarm bell did sound, and it sounded for a long time. There was also a separate time that it started to ring and then it stopped, but then very, very rapidly after somebody got on the speaker essentially and said false alarm.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how Abe would respond to this situation. Because I'm in an airship. I've heard a short bell. There's machinery and everything else normal. And other than that, the only other thing I've heard is the kind of jovial baker running, saying something to fight. Is that accurate?
There's 2 sets of running. You heard Pell running, and you heard another armored person running down the hall past your room.
Okay, well, I'll at least peek my head out the room and look. What do I see?
You see Etten. At this point you would see Etten roar like running up the stairs. And sticking your head out more too, you would hear a slight tune. You can't quite make it's not enough that you need to make the save, but you can hear something.
Someone's trying to outperform you, bro.
Would I see him coming out or no? I don't think I would be able to throw it.
I think you're pretty focused going up at this point.
I'm going to roll for it.
Okay.
Roll for curiosity. Let's see.
Fair enough.
Nope, don't care.
Okay.
I'm just going to be like, if they're on a ship in the middle of the air, they're probably fine. I'm going to go to my room and like lay down. I'm going to try to listen a little more carefully for anything, kind of like if you wake up in the middle of the night because you thought you heard something, but you're in bed and you're comfortable. That's where I'm at.
Where you kind of like lift your head off the pillow just a little bit, just to make sure you can use both ears.
You picture all the horrible things that are about to happen, but then you're like, sleep's important. If it kills me, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's where
Probably just the cat.
I've been there.
Die happy.
Feel that. Okay, perfect. Tuli, you're up, and you have just cast Levitate.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a run and jump.
Okay.
Right?
Give me a dexterity check to see like how far out you go.
Oh, okay. Just straight dexterity.
Uh-huh.
I got a natural 20 plus a 3.
Heck yeah. Out there. So you leap forward, and what would be the most amazing thing for Tuli? Would it just be like a giant pillow, or
A very inviting pillow just glowing?
or what would the Harpies song bring out in Tuli's mind?
I don't know, probably just the harpy but prettier.
Just like a beautiful angelic figure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you float forward and just hug it.
Oh boy.
And
Yeah.
everybody else that can see this, Julie just leaps forward, just arms wide, and then give me a grapple check real quick.
It's one of those like when you're getting pulled to heaven and you're like floating up.
That's the jump she did.
I think that's just a 13.
Okay, you beat the harpy, so you grab her, and so
Oh, you're so lovely.
everybody that can see, at this point the clouds are thinning a little bit, so you can see it a little better. Julie leaps off, floating through the air, and just hugs this harpy. And the harpy looks so confused. And I'm actually going to make them make a con save to see if they stop singing from just the, how? Nope.
Nah.
Keep singing.
Yep. Professional.
You have such a lovely voice.
Frightening Spice is not disturbed at all.
Okay. And now at the end of your turn, you can make your save.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Great. Nope.
Wow. Okay.
Nat 20 for jumping to hug the harpy.
Yeah.
But
And then a 9. Yeah.
That's perfect.
My dice really want me to just stay with this harpy. This is Tuli's life now.
Lovers forever now.
your dice ship it.
Tuli/harpy OTP.
Yeah. Okay, Pal, you're up. Or Kiko, you're on deck. Actually, you're above deck.
So how many feet would you say she jumped?
20 feet.
20 feet. Okay. How far am I away from the deck?
From that part of the deck?
From the edge of the deck.
From the front, because you jumped off the front of the deck. From where you are, you have about a 60-foot run.
Okay. So...
Because the whole length of the ship is 80 feet. And then it's about 40 feet wide.
So then... would I be able to do my full movement and then jump and try to grab onto her as a bonus action?
God.
Your
Like a
full
poor
movement will
choice.
get you
The edge.
to the edge, and then you wouldn't be able to jump.
Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to run to the edge. And then I will yell to her. I'll just say, shake it off, and give you bardic inspiration.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Nice.
That's it for my turn.
Is that a
And
D?
4.
Okay.
Oh, you just ran to the edge, right? You didn't try to like jump off the edge.
No, I just got to the edge.
Okay, cool.
he's planning on it, though.
I know. That's why I just wanted to check.
Okay, and Arkiko, you're up.
Okay. How far away is the closest harpy that I can see?
Okay, you're back in the center, so you're actually about dead center of the ship right now. So the closest ones would be on either side. Well, there's two that are like pretty much right next to each other on the left side, and one on the right side.
Okay. Neither of them is the one that Tuli is grappling because she's at the front, or
She's at the front. Yeah.
Okay.
And when I say left and right, I'm assuming you're facing the front of the ship. Just so
Okay.
you know.
So the two on the left, then, are they're within 60 feet of me, or I
Yeah.
want to throw a psychic dagger at them, and I just want to make sure they're in range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's actually within 60 feet, there would be from where you are. You could hit any of them, actually.
Okay. I'll just go for the two at the left because they're both right there.
Okay.
And neither of them has been hit, right? Because it's just the one that Tuli was going.
One of them are. One on the other side has been hit. The one that Sonora shot at on the right side.
Okay. So then the first one that I throw, I'll use sneak attack on.
Okay.
Since neither of them have been hit, it doesn't really matter to me which one. Just the first one.
So you're targeting high maintenance spike.
Sure.
So one of them is one stopped singing and one is currently singing.
The one that's singing, I would like to attack first with sneak attack.
Okay.
And that is going to be a 24 to hit.
24 to hit. That just hits.
Just hits? Okay.
Just barely, though.
Those harpies have pretty crazy armor class.
For being naked, yep.
Okay.
That's why.
They're just extremely dexterous.
It's like anime physics going on there.
So that'll be 10, 11. It's been a while since I've used these, so I just need to double check.
It's been a while.
No.
10, 11, 16.
16 damage.
Yes, and it is psychic damage.
Okay.
So that one.
And make your con save. And this time it fails its con save and it stops singing. It just like grabs its head in pain as this dagger just like hits it right in the forehead. And
then I will use my bonus action to throw my second psychic blade at the other one next to it.
okay.
Now you're talking sports entertainment spice.
That will be a dirty 20 to hit.
A dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
Okay.
And that will do less damage, but 6
Still.
psychic damage.
6 seconds. Okay. Okay. They both look right at you now.
And then I would like to use my cunning action to hide again.
Okay. It's gonna be. I would give you disadvantage this time
Okay.
because they have pinpointed you.
Yep. 13 stealth.
You feel fairly confident that you're hidden.
Okay. Again, I'm hiding just behind the mast again. I don't want to go try to hide in the clouds.
Kind of glancing over, one looked down immediately. Like, the one that like grabbed its head, like no idea. Rolled a 1. Okay. Is that it for you?
Yep.
Okay. So Wren gets up, had gotten up, and he just starts running for the harpy that Thule is hugging.
No.
But right when he gets to the edge of the ship where he's going to be in danger, he has to make his save before jumping off. And he fails.
Oh boy.
And so he runs to the front and leaps and just starts falling.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't have a levitate, huh?
Can I use my reaction to like start moving towards him if I see this happen?
That's what I tell you, turn, probably, right?
Like not to actually move, but just like to
Yeah,
so that I would
jump.
use my movement at the start of my next turn.
Yeah. Oh, well, ready that you would have clocked that. So yeah, I'll plan on you
Diving for him.
diving.
Cool.
And right when that happens, Shamali goes, Wren, grab nets! Man overboard!
And when she says that, I would yell.
Never mind Thule.
But I'm after him. So
He's always floating, so.
Everybody kind of clocked that she started floating up and then floated towards. He is free falling.
Free falling.
Everything I say. Okay. Ettenbrough, you're up, and you just heard that man overboard. So, and you're
Question. So I would hear that. I would run up to the top of the stairs. How long is the stairs to get up to the top? How far away is that?
it would not quite. No. It would take about half your movement to get.
It's about 15 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. So where coming out and assessing the situation, do you want me to give a perception check to see it, or am I able to see everything going on?
Yeah, perception check to kind of.
Okay.
Because there's a lot going on up here now.
Yeah. The main thing I was asking is Thule, if I would be able to pick this up. 13.
13. Okay. So you come running up. You had heard Jamali yell, and you look right at her. She's looking right at the front of the ship, and she's grabbing a net at this point and getting ready to run forward. And you see this naked flying woman, this harpy, because you already figured out that they're harpies,
Right.
just being so lovingly embraced by Thule.
Really
As it's just singing to her.
How far away is that from me?
So from you, it's about 80 feet total because it's 60 to the front, and then she's staying 20 feet ahead of the.
I would get within 60 feet of them. And, well, actually, hold on. Backtrack a little bit. Paralyzation for you, DM. if I were to paralyze them, would that also lock them into place? Or would, like, say if I were to paralyze Thule, would that lock those arms that are wrapped around it in place? Or would it paralyze them to a point where those arms could come loose?
So the way I would rule that with any kind of paralysis, your body would immediately tense up and freeze and go rigid. So you would be stuck in whatever position.
Okay. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure with you, specifically for as a DM here.
Yeah.
So what I want to do...
So the closest you can get is 65 feet because you use half your movement to get up if you want to use your action.
So from the top...
That one. But you do see other harpies around as well.
Okay, so that would change the way I would play this a little bit. Okay. Standing at the top of the steps, I realize what is going on by now. I am going to cast Guiding Bolt. Or there's 2 total, right? One of them is within.
So you
the one that
see
Thule
4
is
total.
holding. 4 total? Okay.
You would see 4. The one that she's holding, 1 on the left side, or no, 2 on the left side, 1 on the right side.
Okay. I'm going to go for the one on the right side.
Okay.
And
it has a harpoon sticking out of its stomach.
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on it.
Okay.
Use the harpoon as a lightning pole.
Yeah, I had a whole plan for you there to save you, Thule, but it didn't work out. So
It's okay. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
I think so.
That's a 18 plus something. 25 to hit.
I'd say that hits.
Okay. So that's it's gonna be. It was at base level. I didn't say that, but
Okay.
So that's 46 total.
Yeah, still a good hit. Guiding Bolt's no joke.
So that's 3, 6, 11, 17 points of damage to the Harpy.
Nice. And next attack has advantage on it.
Correct.
Very good. Yeah, it's looking hurt. Like it kind of drops altitude a little bit. And it's looking scared at this point.
Bonus action. Shit, I can't cast 2 spells, so never mind.
Nope, you can't.
Yep, that'll be my turn.
Okay.
I got the full movement I can, and then cast that off on the side after realizing I can't get there.
Okay. So it's Chamali's turn. She is grabbing this net that's on the side and tying it off with her, or she would use her movement to run to the front of the ship and spend her action tying it off and starting to throw the net over and hoping that it will do anything. But that's her turn. Sonora, you're up. And right at the beginning of your turn, so the one that was singing got hit with that psychic dagger and stopped singing. Your head goes clear again, and you were just starting to let go of the harpoon, but you're good now.
All right. Which is the next closest one?
So the closest one still is the one in front of you, and it's glowing a golden light. So you would have advantage on the attack roll against it. Probably finish this one off. It's looking pretty hurt.
Do it.
All right, I will do that.
Okay, so take a shot. So yeah, D20 plus 3 on that.
16 to hit.
16 to hit. Yep. Oh, and roll advantage
Oh,
because it's guiding.
Could be a natural 20.
well, now I rolled a 1, so that I'm going to drop that one.
That's fair. Okay. And go ahead and roll damage because, 16 hits.
Okay. And the damage would be?
It's 3d6 plus 3.
Okay.
Is what I decided to roll these at. 15?
Yep.
Okay. So, it got hit with this guiding bolt. It's glowing, and it's looking scared, like trying to get ready to flee. It looks towards Edinburgh, then back to you right as the harpoon goes right through its throat, and it just drops out of the sky.
Nice.
Babe Spices down.
And then I will use my second attack to try to hit another one.
So you can't use the harpoon twice. Your bonus action would be to replace the bolts.
Okay.
But you could. I would allow you to do like a throwing star as your bonus action instead of reloading.
Oh, I'll just reload.
Okay. Fair. Okay, so now it is Harpy's go. Okay, and the one is that has Tuli hugging it is gonna stop singing now and just start clawing in at your face.
Okay, cool.
And
Did not expect this.
She's also grappled, right?
she's being hugged by the waist, so I'm actually going to give her advantage because she's just
of course.
right there.
So am I aware now of what's happening then, since she stopped?
You're about to be very aware.
What did I do wrong?
Yeah. So the first one is a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, and the second claw is a 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take. Oh, that's what I forgot.
It's a harsh way to dump someone, Harpy.
Just rejecting all that love.
Do you ever drink Bailey's machine?
Okay, so you take 7 damage from the first attack.
Okay.
And only 3 damage from the second attack.
Oh.
But just talons to the face all of a sudden from this, what you thought was like an angel in front of you. And now there's this horrible harpy just ripping into you.
I love it.
That you're hugging currently.
I love it.
And actually make a dex saving throw to see if you would automatically let go.
It's fine. I'm still levitating.
You're still levitating.
Is levitation a concentration spell though?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That is a good point.
It is. I got a little over 14 on my concentration check. So it should be
okay.
Fine, but I got a 7 on my dex save.
Okay, so you let go, but you have the spell skill to keep that up, and you're just kind of like floating now, and you're just kind of like staying in place, and she starts floating back because she's been staying ahead of the ship, and now the ship is coming towards you, but you're above the ship. But
That's good. That'll work out.
How long does levitation last?
It lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay, so that was the first one. Now, one of the ones on the side that on the left side is going to come flying across the ship right towards Sonora, who just killed one of her sisters, and is going to
her bandmates.
start clawing at you. So the first one was 21 to hit,
That hits.
and then a 6 to hit on the second one.
Does not hit.
Okay, so you take 7 points of slashing damage as it just comes at you. It just starts slashing, and then that was its full move to get to you, so it's right in front of you now.
Okay.
And then the other one that was on that side is gonna fly at Chamali and try to push her off. So they're gonna make strength checks against each other.
And just to be sure, you have 2 on one side of the ship and none on the other left, right? Except for the one on the point?
Yep, that you know of currently.
Love that phrase.
Yeah, right.
Okay. But so she comes to try to shove Chamali. Chamali just kind of swings with it and just kind of smacks her into the deck a little bit. Only enough to deal a point of damage, but just kind of stun her a little bit. And Chamali's just get out of my face. Okay. And then the 2 at the back. So Attenborough had just come running up after you. So the 2 that just threw spears at you, they just saw this new guy come up. So they're going to take their turn together, and they're going to try to pick up Attenborough and dump him off of the ship. So I'm just giving... So... Oh, where did Attenborough go?
The harpies got him.
They already got him.
You already got him.
It's too late for him.
Okay, so I'm just giving one of them advantage on the strength throw. The stink throw.
The stank throw.
Ooh, but it was real low, so as long as he doesn't roll super low, he should be good.
Or it's a dex save,
The
right?
world may never know.
The
It would be
world
a
may
strength.
never know.
It would be a strength.
Okay. He's probably pretty good at that. The world may never know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a. Let's call it a tootie pop. a non-brand infringing, chocolate coated in some sort of sucker.
Yeah.
Oh, after all of the Yu-Gi-Oh talk,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Spice Girls, Tootie Pops.
I worry about them. Everybody else, fine.
Yeah.
It's okay. I've been reading a lot about what fair use means, so.
Attenborough, I need you to make a strength saving throw to being grappled by 2 harpies that just came from behind you and tried to pick you up.
So is that just 1 or 2?
It's 1, I gave them advantage. I gave one of them advantage is how I did it.
Got it. Okay. Strength should be pretty high. Yeah. 17 on the first one.
Well, it's just the one. It's just the one. Because they got advantage. One of them got advantage on picking you up.
Got it. Okay.
And they got a 7. They rolled super low. So they're just like trying to pick you up, and you're just kind of like looking at them, like, where did you come from?
Whacking them off on either.
Whack them off.
Yeah. Never mind. That was a bad phrasing.
Real mature, guys. Real mature.
Okay, so that's gonna be it for the Harpies this turn. So, Abe, you would have now heard "Man Overboard" screamed from the top.
Okay. All right. So bell. 12 seconds later, I hear "Man Overboard." Okay. I'll start making my way to the deck.
Okay. Just walking.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. So you get to the bottom of the stairs. Okay, is that it for you?
Yeah, unless I see anything or whatever.
Yep. And none of them are singing it at this point either, so you don't need to make a save.
You have bunny slippers there too, Abe.
Probably raven slippers.
No, they'd be something made out of like an ancient extinct race or something.
Yeah, like super expensive slippers.
Yeah, they're like dragon scale, like bedtime slippers.
Like red dragon scale. Like. So they're all like shiny. They're like perfect.
They're made from tanned beholder hide, covered in little decorative eyeballs.
Oh, I love that. Yep. That is now canon.
little dangly bits off the top.
The little dangly eyes. So they kind of just like bounce when you walk. Perfect. Okay, Julie, you're up.
Well, cool. I am heartbroken. I want this thing as far away from me as possible. I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
And is that a radius around you?
It's a 15-foot cube, so forward.
Okay. Okay.
And if they fail their saving throw, they get pushed 10 feet away.
Well, they rolled a 2. So.
Cool. So they take 20 thunder damage and get pushed 10 feet away.
Okay. So so it's thunder. So this booming, how it hits, the clouds around it just kind of disperse out a little bit from just the force of everything. And all of the feathers just right off, and like some of her flesh and everything just, and you just see her eyes roll back dead and just drops out of the sky.
Bye. Oh, my face!
Fair.
I'm going to wait until the ship is back under me and then float back down to the ship.
Okay, perfect. Pal, you're up.
So how long has the dude been falling?
6 seconds, because it's been 1 round.
So,
He's like 2 after you, so it's only been 6 seconds.
so if I were to cannonball, would I be able to catch him?
Potentially. Do you have a way to stop yourself?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Well, I also would have yelled out, "I'm after him," when they yelled "Man overboard."
So am I on the right side of the ship, or
Yeah, you ran to the front you were at
from where
the front.
he was? Yeah.
He was at the front. He
Okay.
jumped off the front. He ran right past you and jumped off the ship.
I'll yell cannonball and jump off to
Okay.
try and grab onto him.
Okay. So yeah, I think if you went into kind of like a dive, you could get to him. And I would
Yeah.
actually say
You
Go
would
ahead
be
and make
scared Kel scream. Kel, why?
Cal, would I have heard you say I'm going after him?
Probably because I did yell it when she was like when she yelled "man overboard."
Your person turn. Okay, got it.
Like,
And you would hear that from below deck. You just hear Pal go, cannonball! Okay, make a.
As he's going past
I would
him.
say a dex save to try to catch him. And he's now panicking because the harpy stopped singing, and he's just like, ah!
I mean, like, does an 11 work?
Well, he would see you like because he's just free falling, so he would try to grab for you too. Okay, so you kind of have his fingertips. Like,
Okay, gotta put it backstage.
Would the grapple be my action?
Yeah. So you can try to get a better grip next round.
Okay.
And he'll also try on his turn.
Wait. Kid is backstage.
Oh, why? How did that happen? Okay. Hello.
hello.
Welcome
You
back.
didn't jump off.
And then I will. So is he still under their spell, or they're not singing anymore, right?
None of them are singing anymore. So that's why he grabbed for you. Because he was just like, fuck.
Let's see what I can maybe do as a bonus action here.
And on his turn, he's going to try to like get a better grip on you.
Yeah. I don't have like common emotions or anything. I will. I'll just yell, "I can show you the world," and give him bardic inspiration.
Perfect.
Falling so that's fine.
I
Please
just
tell me it's my turn.
You would. Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Arkiko, you're up.
Okay, how large is the net that was thrown overboard? Like,
Pretty good size. Like it was a big like chain net. Like
so I would like to dive for the net to grab it, to like pull it out to catch Wren and Pal, who I'm very pissed off at right now.
so it is a heavy net, so I'm gonna have you do a strength
Okay,
check to try to get it
that's not
open, and you're having wind going against you and everything.
cool. That's not something I'm good at. So very angry at Pal. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That was a 3. So
Have a dex save.
a dex save? That's still only a 10.
Well, no. No, that was your strength. Now a dex.
Now a
save.
dex save? That's better. 15.
Okay. You don't accidentally get tangled up in the net.
Cool. How far are Pal and Wren from the net?
They're probably 10, 15 feet from it, but dropping fast.
Yeah. So I'm just trying because like
And it's still going down too, like the line is still kind of like pulling.
would I be able to go towards them and essentially like just help move them towards the net so they would be able to grab onto it?
Yeah, you can start getting towards them and try to help for the next turn.
Okay.
Okay. Now it is Wren's turn.
I would also like to curse out Pal. Just all of like every single thing that I can think
All
of.
along
Just
the way.
reading him.
All in Eric Cochran.
Yes.
So we just hear.
Angry birds talking.
Another dex save as he's trying to get a better grip. He got a nat 20.
Oh, I got a 14 actually.
Okay. It was going to be so funny if you got a 1. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you guys get a full grip, and you're able to kind of like pull him up to you, and you kind of have him like you're essentially holding him like a skydiving instructor at this point. With that, but you guys are still free falling. Don't. And Ettenbrough, you're up.
Stroke his hair. You're safe now.
I can't hear you at all. Your sound is off, or something.
My bad. Yeah, I muted it. About from where I am, about 15 feet off of the stairs. I was running towards the front of the ship.
But you have two harpies like holding you right now.
Oh, I am. Okay.
They're not quite they were trying to grab you.
Yeah, they're right in front of you.
I'm gonna. Well, that changes things. So, with that, I am going to cast Word of Radiance.
Okay.
So, you utter a divine word and burning radiance erupts from you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a con saving throw or take 1d6 damage, but at 5th level, it's 2d6.
Okay, so they need to make
A con.
Con saves?
Yep. DC 15.
Okay, one succeeds and one fails.
Okay, so 2d6. That's 9 points of damage. Radiant.
Okay. Okay. That one just kind of like squawks, like, and the other one just kind of like blocks it, but doesn't seem to be affected.
You know what? As Edinburgh, he probably would still, after that pulse of radiant light came off of him, he would still try to run to try to help Pal.
Okay. The one that just got hit is reeling from the hit, and then the other one's going to make an attack of opportunity against you.
Okay.
And that is a 14 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. Just swings and misses. You're just going. Okay. That it for you?
Yeah. Would that get me all the way to the edge where they are falling and I could see Kel there with the net and everything, or
you're
no?
about halfway, or you're about 15 feet from the end because you had started moving.
Okay.
So you can't quite see over yet.
Okay, that's fine.
Molly's just like, she just looks so frustrated. She's just gonna grab the harpoon in the front and just spin it to the side. Oh, wait, no, that one came right at her, that last one. So she's actually going to pull her her long sword out and swing in at it. That's a nat 1. She gets it stuck in the side of the ship. It just kind of like kicks at her when she does it. It gets kind of jammed for a second. And she's just like, just furious as her friend's like falling to his death and people are jumping off the ship and she just feels so hopeless at this point. Sonora, you're up.
Okay, and there's a harpy in front of me that's injured, yes?
You killed one.
You killed that one. It's
dead now.
There's two like basically on the deck now that just attacked Ettenbrough.
Okay. Am I able to shoot them or...
Yeah.
Okay. And that is what I will try to do.
Okay, so go ahead and take a shot at one of them. Depending on how high you roll, I might say that it hits both of them.
I just rolled a 13. Okay. And then it's a +3.
It should be like a plus. What's your dex bonus?
Dex.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry, it's the gun itself. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Plus 3, so that's 16. So yeah, it hits the one that just kind of got blinded and like hit by that other thing, and then it's just harpooned to the side. So go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. And that's 3d6 plus 3. Yes?
Yes.
18.
18 points of damage.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, like it hits the deck and it like starts like stumbling and getting back up, and it's hurt. It's really hurt. Okay. You still have a bonus action.
Yeah, reload.
Perfect. Okay, so now it's Harpy's go. So that one that you just hit just jumps up and just starts flying away. That one is trying to get out of there. It's done. It goes off the opposite side and starts flying down and trying to go away. It's going to dash with its flying speed, which is 80 feet total. So, because it's 40 flying speed. The other one is going to go towards, that was right there, is going to go towards Sonora and start swiping, trying to get her away from this harpoon that keeps messing everybody up.
Swipe or no swiping?
Nat 1. Now I'm rolling 1.
I told you, no swiping.
Yeah. Just goes right past you. You're just like, okay. And then the one is going to attack Molly there.
Swipe or no swiping?
And get a nat 20.
I said no swiping.
And
Said it too late.
First one.
Yeah.
And then miss with the second. So the first attack, ooh, I rolled max on the die there too.
Ooh.
So that is 19 points of damage with one slice.
To Sonora?
To Molly.
Oh, okay.
So she just takes it to the chest and just like glares at her. And it's just bleeding, like it slashed all the way down. And she's pissed now. And then there is one more that is going to go at Ettenbroer from the side. And that is a 9 to hit. So you're just running. They are expecting you to be slower than you are.
Or have less armor.
Okay, Abe, you're next.
Yeah, it's not slower. That's
Abe's up.
All right, what do I see?
So you climb up the stairs. So it's 15 feet to get to the top of the stairs. There is a harpy. You would have seen harpies before with your travels and stuff. So there's a harpy attacking Sonora, and Sonora is manning this like big harpoon gun and like swinging it back over to deal with this one. Ettenbroer is near the front of the ship with a harpy coming at him, and Chamali has her sword stuck at the front of the ship and is bleeding with this harpy right in front of her face, and that's all you see on the deck.
Chaos.
Oh, and Thule had just kind of like landed at this point
Okay.
from floating.
On the ship?
Yes.
Just gonna say some motherfucking harpies on our motherfucking airship. Pull out my crossbow and shoot at the one that the sword that's stuck in the deck.
Okay.
Fuck yes.
Basically, right out of my cloak and just fire.
Okay. Perfect. Make an attack roll.
23 to hit.
Definitely hits. Roll damage.
7 necrotic.
Necrotic damage. Yeah, nice. Okay. Just kind of like hits and like veins, just like black veins just start like popping up, and she just kind of like turns back and just
Alrighty. Then let's see. Since my drumming partner is having a hard time with the harpoon, I'm going to bonus action a bardic inspiration.
How do you do your bardic inspiration?
Let's see, eloquence. Monk, you shall learn the ways of the drum someday. Until then, succeed in defeating your opponent.
Inspirational.
That sounds like a very anime weird thing to say.
It was very anime. For the power of friendship. Awesome.
Thank you, I think.
So that's a D8 that you have. Oh, and a couple of notes because of the weird bard school that I am. So at my level, it's a D8. You can use it for saves and attacks as usual, but if you fail on it, like when you use the die, you keep it.
It's really good. So you never you just want to roll it pretty much every time. Until you succeed. That's pretty great. Okay.
Also, because of the inspiration, if you use it to heal or do damage, you can actually roll the die to add to that damage or heal instead of using it to make it succeed.
Nice.
What school is that?
Yeah.
Eloquence.
Oh shit. Okay.
Eloquence is super good.
Eloquence is awesome.
Yep. Okay. Awesome turn, Abe. Tuli, you're up.
So, 2 of the harpies have died. 1 is flying away. How many are left, like, around us?
So, well, one's running away. There are 3. There's the one that is dealing with Chamali that just got shot. There's the one that just flew past Sonora. And there's one, it's actually right next to you pretty much, because Edinburgh just went running by you and it tried to attack him.
Cool. Then I'll fire an Eldritch Blast at the one next to me and the one near Sonora.
Okay.
And that's a natural 20 on one.
Nice.
And 9, 10, 11, 12, 19 on the other. So it's
So both hit.
20 on the natural 20, and 1 on the other one.
1?
1 whole damage on the other one.
Okay. So the one is looking really hurt and the other is barely touched.
Yeah,
Like a feather popped off.
that's fine. That's cool.
But the one was like whacked, like it hit the deck and rolled and just kind of like, ah!
Wait for me! Cool.
Okay. Hal, you're up. You're free falling down, holding Wren. What do you do?
Now I will activate my trap card and activate Radiant Soul. So all of a sudden glowing wings just appear from my back and we start floating back up and you'll hear me yell, "I didn't know I could do that." Thanks, great grandpa.
As a reaction, can I just like hook my arm onto him and like just ride up with him?
I'll allow it. You
And,
are
like,
pretty confused, though. This is like out of nowhere. These like golden angel wings just pop out of the back of Pal.
My squawking, it like stops for a second, and then it just turns into like muttering under my breath.
All right, and then so we'll can I use my full movement basically just to put him back on the deck?
It's
I have 30 feet fly, so it'd be
Yep.
a dash
so
or 30 feet fly.
all this commotion's going on in the deck. Pal had jumped off, cannonballed after Wren to try to save him. Kel went directly after, and then all of a sudden, this golden light appears coming up as Pal comes soaring up, all heroic, and holding Wren in his arms with Kel just kind of like confused, holding on, coming up, and Wren just like paralyzed in fear, just kind of like hold there in like confusion. And like the angel wings just kind of do that like big like display as all the harpies just turn in like fear of this as he like lands back down.
I
Oh,
probably
gracefully.
would have dropped to one knee because this is like right below where I was at, right?
Yeah, it's like right up in front of you. Like this
So
just
seeing
like,
it as it rises up, I probably would have dropped to one knee because this is the first time I've seen anything like this. From
this
him.
is the reveal, I believe, in the entire reveal of
Mhm.
the Azamar
That
Pal
I'm not
is.
just demon, yeah.
Yep. Pal has angel blood in
Even
him.
pronounced to me.
Yeah. Kind
Yeah,
of.
Edinburgh would drop to one.
Yeah, so then we'll land back on the deck and I'll be like, that was pretty freaking sweet, guys.
The best part is you had no idea. You just jumped.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Arkiko, you're up.
Okay, so I just kind of like let go of Pal, and I'm just like take like a single step away from him. Like I don't know what just happened. There is the Harpy near Sonora, which is not super injured right now. Or
Yes, correct.
okay, and then there's the one that just ate it with the Eldritch Blast and is rolling the deck. And I am going to throw a Psychic Blade at the one by Sonora.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess I don't get any sneak attack because I was attached to Pal.
No, I mean, you could have been overshadowed by him.
So that's a 12 to hit.
Just hits.
Just hits. Okay. That'll be 9 damage
That was the one.
by Sonora.
Okay.
And then I'll use my bonus action to throw my second Psychic Blade at the one on the deck.
Okay.
Kill it.
That is a 16 to hit.
Hits.
And that one will only take 8 damage.
8 damage. So the dagger goes like right into its head, and then there's a pause for a second, and then blood just comes out of every hole in its face,
Excellent.
and it just drops dead as its brain just died.
Gross.
Beautiful.
That's dinner.
Okay. Perfect. And now
It's like
it is
multiple types of
Wren's
cannibalism.
turn. And for Wren's turn, he's just going to go, oh, God, thank you. And then just like and run forward towards one of the sides of the ship. Like he knows exactly where a bucket is, and he just goes to the bucket and just starts vomiting in the bucket. And that's his turn. Ettenborough, you're up. Stop muting yourself.
I just do it so I don't have any kind of overlap. But we just have the one left now, right?
2. There's one fighting Sonora and one fighting Chamali.
Everybody is now up on the deck, though, from our
Correct.
predator.
Yes.
Okay. I am going to cast. Which one looks the most messed up?
They're fairly equal, actually. They're not. Neither of them are too bad.
Okay. Are they over the deck or no?
One of them is the one by Sonora is not over the deck, and the one by Chamali is, and is actually pretty close to you.
Okay. I'm going to cast Hold Person on the one that is not close to being over the deck.
Nice.
So that's a Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
That's DC 50.
Okay. Fails its save.
Okay.
And they don't get to make a save again, right?
I think they do every turn, technically. Well, wait, hold on. The target at the end of its turn. Yeah, the end of its turn, the target can make another.
Technically, this is a monstrosity, but it's close enough to a human in my mind, and it's just so perfect. I'm
make
gonna
it-
allow it. So you just have to hold concentration on that. So she just drops. She just let her wings. She just kind of like just starts falling down, and there's just. You just see her face, just horror on her face, and she just and just starts dropping. Okay. Perfect. Is that it for you, Edinburgh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's Chamali's turn. She pulls the sword out, and she's like, okay, my friend's safe. Now you die. And she just lunges forward with her sword. She's going to make her 2 weapon attacks. First one hits. Second one misses. So she does 7 slashing damage to it. No, she's going to action surge and do 2 more swings.
Hell yeah.
And the next one hits, and the last one's a nat 20. So,
Nice.
okay. So she just hacks away at it and just finishes it off.
Beautiful.
Sweet.
And as long as Edinburgh holds concentration, you guys are now out of combat. And with this, I'll say right before the spell would end, because it's a minute long, right?
Yeah.
It just kind of ends prematurely.
It stopped for some reason.
It just kind of stopped. I don't.
So strange.
Weird. What happened?
Once everyone is like safe, I would like to turn to Pal. Just be like, "Excuse me, how long have you had wings?"
I mean, you saw me do it just now.
I think he means that was always.
wiping blood out of my eyes.
Lost for words right now. They're just like, I don't even know how to address this fact.
Okay. So as everybody is reeling from this fight with the harpies, everything happening, Abe just kind of realizing that anything was happening, and the realization that Pal's talks of his great grandfather might actually be realistic. We're gonna pick up there next time on Into the Elements, and since I think I was planning on doing this last time, but I don't think I got there last time. You all level up to 6, correct?
Hooray!
Level 6.
That way we can struggle against some half giants later. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I tried to feed giants earlier. That might have helped us out later. But nobody wanted to help with that.
Okay. Well, thank you all for joining us. I hope you had a good time in this kind of odd sky fight with some interesting interactions. So,
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. You want to check us out on any of our social medias, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, you can message us, and we'll get back to you, and we're going to try to post on there. You can check this out on YouTube, and then a week later, it will also be on our podcasting platforms for you in the audio realm as well. So until next time, everybody, thank you for joining us on Into the Elements, and keep it nerdy out there.